If you are watching this video for the first time, make sure you are subscribing to Anantha Lakshmi Academy. Once you click on the subscribe button, you will see a bell icon. If you click on that bell and click on all, you will get to know whenever I upload a video. This will send you a notification. Hello everybody, welcome back to Anantha Lakshmi Academy. Today, as told in the earlier video, we are going to cover the concept which is required for us to solve exercise 5.2 problem, which is nothing but solutions of a quadratic equation by using factorization method. First, let us understand what is the solution of a quadratic equation. Okay, what is the solution of quadratic equation? Again, let me take you back to polynomials chapter, wherein we have discussed in the very introduction, we have discussed zeros of polynomial. Zeros of polynomial are nothing but the values for which the expression is zero. The expression becomes zero is nothing but the zero of polynomial. So likewise in the quadratic equations also, if you have a quadratic equation, say for suppose 2 okay, x square minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Let us assume this is our quadratic equation. Now, if I substitute x is equal to 1 in LHS, that is going to give me 1 square minus 2 into 1 plus 1 is nothing but 1 minus 2 plus 1 is nothing but 0, which is equal to RHS. So, for the value of 1, this LHS has become equal. This equation is satisfied for the value of 1. Then 1 is said to be, for 1 satisfies the quadratic equation. Hence, 1 is called, how do we used to call it in polynomials? 1 is called 0 or root or solution of quadratic equation. So how do we used to call this as? Either 0 in polynomials, root using factorization method, solution in this chapter. Okay, now x square minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0 is given for us. So whatever the value that is satisfying this equation is known as a 0, root or solution. Now let us standardize this. Once you get to know the definitions in simple terms, for your better understanding, I am telling you in simple words first. Later I am giving you the definitions as given in the textbooks. So if alpha is said to be a root of equation, quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 when you substitute alpha into this, a alpha square plus b alpha plus c is equal to 0, which meant when alpha is substituted, then the result is 0, then it is said to be the root of the equation. What the point to be noted is nothing but whatever the concept of zeros that you have learnt in polynomials is same as the roots or the solutions that we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay, one quick recap which I need to give you here is about the factorization method. X square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. You guys are familiar with factorization method, but let me give you a quick recap of this. So here, when you have a quadratic expression as such, the coefficient of this term x square and the constant, the product of, if we assume this as ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then AC, and what is this? This is nothing but b. Okay, we have A, B and C. Okay, let me tell you more clearly, like here A is equal to 1, B is equal to minus 5 and C is equal to 6. While doing the factorization method, the product of the coefficient of x square and the constant, whatever the product AC is equal to 6, we need to figure out those factors in such a way that it satisfies the product of what? The coefficients of x square and the constant. The product should be equal to this, and when you sum them, when you sum those factors, it should be equal to sum of the factors, whatever we are going to write, it should be equal to b, the middle term. So here we have to figure out a factor such that 6, when you split it up, it should give you, what is 6 factors? 2 and 3, can I write? Yes, but when you sum them up, it should be equal to b, which is nothing but minus 5. 2 plus 3 is 5, but not minus 5. But in order to get minus 5, minus 2, minus 3, if I do it, minus 2 multiplied with minus 3 gives 6. And when they are added, it gives minus 5. So we need to figure out the solutions in such a way that the product, when we are multiplying them, it should be equal to the product of the coefficient of x square and constant, and when we are summing them, it should be equal to the coefficient of x. So here in this case, x square minus 2x minus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. If I take x common, x into x minus 2 minus, from these two terms 3 I am taking common, and x minus 2 is equal to 0. While doing this factorization method, you have to ensure that whatever the value which you got when you take one of the value out should be the same value for the other two terms also. Okay, so that way we could write it as x minus 2 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now since this is an equation, we will be solving it as x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 3 is equal to 0, which implies x is equal to 2, x equal to 3. So x can be 2, 3. That's how we are going to solve the equations by using the factorization method. So that is about the concept that is needed for us to solve the exercise 5.2 problems. This is solution of quadratic equations using factorization method. We have discussed about the factorization method as well, right? So how are we going to discuss, figure out these solutions using the familiar method of factorization method. I have told you this concept because in few of the problems they are giving product of the numbers is this, sum of the numbers is this. Then using the factorization method, you could write it as ax square plus sum of the factors into x plus product of the factors. Like this you can write in the problems. So for that reason, I have explained you all this concept. Okay, you will be encountering problems like this, wherein sum of the numbers is this, product of the numbers is this, like that. That's the reason I have explained you all about this. So now that we are done with the concept, it's time for you to pause this video and go through the examples. Once you are done with the examples, we will get the exercise problem started. So I hope you are done with going through the examples. And I have the one of the problems of one of the bits of the first problem listed on the board. Most of them are quite familiar to you, so you can get started and solve them by yourself. This I thought you might feel a bit complicated. That's the reason I am solving this for you. Okay, so this is going to be factorization method. As I told you, this is 5 root 2 into root 2 is nothing but 5 into 2, which is 10. The product of the numbers is 10. We need to choose factors such that their summation is, if I take 5 and 2, 5 2s are 10, 5 plus 2 is 7. Okay, that is how we are going to solve by using factorization method. So I am going to write it as root 2 x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. So here, okay, let me write it the other way. Root 2 x square is equal to 2x plus 5x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. Why did I write this way? Because if I have 5x and 5 root 2 one side, I can take 5 common. And root 2 and 2 once I can take root 2 common. So here from the first one, I am going to take root 2x common. That way it becomes x plus root 2 plus 5 if I take common, x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Now using the factorization method, we could write this as x plus root 2 multiplied with root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. So x is going to be equal to minus root 2. Okay. Let me write it as x plus root 2 is equal to 0 or root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. So x is going to be equal to minus root 2. Root 2x is equal to minus 5. X is equal to minus 5 by root 2. So x will be minus root 2 comma minus 5 by root 2. Alright, this is how we should be solving all the quadratic equations in the first problem. Let's jump into the next problem. The second problem is based on the numbers wherein sum of the numbers and product of the numbers is given. As I told you in the introduction itself, right, x square, the standard form is x square plus sum of the numbers multiplied with x plus product of the numbers. You can use this, and whatever is given, you could solve this like this. Sum of the numbers you substitute here, product of the numbers you substitute here, and then you could solve the second problem. So I'm not solving that for you. Let me jump into the next problem. So we have the fourth problem written on the board. Let me read that out for you. The altitude of a right angle triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. So the altitude is dependent upon its base such that it is 7 centimeters less. If the hypotenuse is 13 centimeters, find the other two sides. Okay. So, given a right angle triangle is given. In a right angle triangle, the altitude is nothing but the opposite side. So, given the base is, let us assume the base as x. So, the altitude of a right angle triangle becomes, this is 7 centimeters less, no? So, this becomes x minus 7. Now, if the hypotenuse is 13 centimeters, find the other two sides is what is being asked. So, given, okay, let me write first, let the base is equal to x, given altitude is equal to 7 centimeter less than base, isn't it? Less than base. That is nothing but x minus 7. Also given hypotenuse is equal to how much? 13 centimeters. Okay. So, for the right angle triangle, our favorite theorem, which is Pythagoras theorem, states, what does it state? Hypotenuse square is equal to opposite square plus adjacent square. So, according to this becomes 13 square is equal to x minus 7 whole square plus x square. Now, if we could solve this, we will get to know what is the value of x. They are asking us to find the other two sides, no? So, 169, 13 square is x square plus 7 square, 49 minus 2 sevens are 14x plus x square, this is. Okay, 169 minus 49 is nothing but 120 is equal to 2x square minus 14x. Let's take 20 also. If we take 2 common from this, 2 into x square minus 7x, and this is going to be 120. I'm going to cancel 2 and 120. This becomes 60. Let us take this 60 also, the other side. That way it becomes x square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. Now, the product of the roots is 60, no? 60. 60 can be written as a product of 12 5s are. But the sum should be minus 7. So, I am going to add this minus to 12. Minus 12 plus 5 is 7. So, this ends up as minus 7. So, let me write it as x square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 is equal to 0. That way it becomes, if I take x common, x into x minus 12 plus 5 if I take common, x minus 12. So, if you take out the common terms, whatever the term you are getting should be equal. Else we are doing something wrong. Okay. X minus 12, x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now, x minus 12 is equal to 0 or x plus 5 is equal to 0. X can be either of this. X is equal to 12 or x is equal to minus 5. Now that we are dealing with sides of the triangle that cannot be negative. So let us go with 12. So what is, so therefore base is equal to 12. Now the altitude is equal to, altitude of the triangle is given as base minus 7. So 12 minus 7 is nothing but 5 centimeters. Yeah, centimeters this is. Always remember to put units at the end. Okay. Now that is about fourth problem. Let's jump into the next problem. So we have the fifth problem listed on the board here. So let me read that out for you. A cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. It produces a certain number of articles in a day. It was observed on a particular day, okay, that the cost of production of each article, cost of production is more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. So this is, the cost is dependent upon the number of articles produced on that day. Okay, the total cost of the production is nothing but how many number of articles that are produced multiplied by the cost of each article was 90. Find the number of articles produced and cost of each article. So let the first thing which we need to assume as x is the number of articles produced on a particular day. So let the number of articles produced on a day is equal to x. Okay, the first thing is x, we got to know. Now what is given? The cost of production of each article. The cost of production, this is not the cost of production of all the articles, this is for each article, that we need to notice. The cost of production of each article, this is the individual cost of an article. If you want to get all the articles cost that is produced, then we need to multiply this with the number of articles. Okay, the cost of production of each article is 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. Articles produced on the day. That day. Okay, that is nothing but twice the number of articles produced is 2 into x, and 3 is more than that. So this is 2x plus 3. And what else is given? Total cost of production is given on that day. The total cost, this is all given now under given section. Okay, total cost of production is equal to 90 rupees is given. So number of articles produced is x, cost of each article is 2x plus 3. So in order to get the total cost, we need to multiply x with 2x plus 3 to get 90. Alright. This is simple, wherein you know one particle cost, say for suppose one chocolate cost 10 rupees, but we had 100 chocolates produced on that day. The total production cost was 100 into 10, because 10 chocolates are total number of produced is 100 and cost of each chocolate is 10. So that will become 1000. That's the same thing which I am going to use here, which is nothing but x into 2x plus 3. Let us multiply this. 2x square plus 3x minus 90 is equal to 0. Now the factorization method. Minus 90 into 2 is minus 180. Should be split in such a way that you need to get the sum as 3 plus 3 this is. So 180 factors of 180 can be, let us try figuring out 180 factors. 2 nines are, 2 45s are, 5 nines are, 3 threes are, 5 threes are 15, 2 twos are 4, 3s are 12. So 15 12s are 180, 15 12, but this has to be 3 no plus 3, so negative sign will be given to 12. Okay, now 2x square plus okay, let me write it as minus 12x plus 15x minus 90 equal to 0. Alright, now let me take 2x common. If I take 2x common, this becomes x minus 6 plus 15. If I take common, this becomes x minus 6. 15 6 are 90. Okay, so this becomes x minus 6 into 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. So if we are going to solve this, this becomes x minus 6 is equal to 0 or 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. X equal to 6 or x is equal to minus 15 by 2. Now that we are dealing with number of articles, how many number of articles produced should be a integer. It can should be a natural number. It cannot be negative. So let us assume the number of articles produced on a day will be positive. So this is going to be 6. Therefore, number of articles produced is equal to how much? 6. What else is asked? The cost of each article. Cost of each article is article is 2x plus 3, which is nothing but 2 into 6 plus 3. 2 6 are 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 rupees this is. Okay, since that is cost. That is about problem number 5. Let's jump into the next problem. Now we have the 8th problem written on the board. Let us have a look. 2 trains leave a railway station at the same time. They started at the same time. The first travels towards west. Towards west is this. The first travels towards west. West is this, in this direction, okay? West. And the second travels towards north, in this direction, which is nothing but they are perpendicular directions. The first train travels 5 kilometers per hour faster than the second. So this is what is not known to us, the speed of the second train. Alright, so let the speed of second train be x kilometers per hour. Okay, x kilometers per hour. Then what happens to the speed of the first train? First train is 5 kilometers faster than second. So this is going to be x plus 5 kilometers per hour. Now that we got the speeds, what is said? If after 2 hours they are 50 kilometers apart. So after 2 hours. Okay. Let me write it as, okay, after 2 hours, this is the speed of the second train, no? So, just a minute. So, we have the formula, right? Speed is equal to distance by time. From here, distance is equal to speed into time. Alright, so the distance covered by first train after 2 hours is nothing but what is the distance? Speed into time. What is the speed of the first train? X plus 5 into 2. So this becomes 2x plus 10 kilometers. Distance covered by first train. Likewise, distance covered by second train after 2 hours is equal to what is the speed? X into 2, which is nothing but 2x. So the distance covered by the first train, which is the train that is going towards west, the first train, no? The distance covered by this is 2x and the distance covered by this is 2x plus 10 after 2 hours. This is going this way, this is going this way, and they are how many kilometers apart? 50 kilometers apart. The hypotenuse is 50 kilometers apart. If you look at this A, B, C right angle triangle, let us apply Pythagoras theorem. So from Pythagoras theorem, what is it? AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. What is AC? 50 whole square. AB is 2x whole square plus 2x plus 10 whole square. Now let us simplify this equation to get the value of x. What are we supposed to figure out? The average speed of each train, no? So let us simplify this. So this becomes 2500 is equal to 4x square plus 4x square plus, I am expanding the a plus b whole square, 100 plus 2 2s are 4 into 10 is 40x. Alright, this becomes 8x square plus 40x is equal to 2500. If you send that the other side, or if you get it this side, this becomes minus 2400 is equal to 0. Now I am going to take 8 common to simplify the numbers coefficients. X square plus 8 5s are 40x minus 8 3s are is equal to 0. So x square plus 5x minus 300 is equal to 0. So using the factorization method, the product needs to be minus 300 and the sum needs to be plus 5. So this can be 20, 15, 20s. Yeah, you can try plus 20 and minus 15 since the summation has a positive sign here. Okay, let us write x square plus 20x minus 5x minus 300 is equal to 0. Alright, so x into x plus 20 by taking x common and by taking minus 5 common, x plus 5 6 this is, sorry, this is 15, no, 20x minus 15x. So if you take 15 common, this is going to be 20 is equal to 0. Alright, x square plus 20x minus 15x minus 300. So we have taken values common. So this is going to be x plus 20 into x minus 15 equal to 0, which is nothing but x is equal to minus 20 or 15. What are we dealing with? Speeds. So which cannot be negative. Therefore, x will be 15. That indicates that, therefore, the speed of second train is going to be 15 kilometers per hour. 15 kilometers per hour. Then the speed of first train is going to be 15 plus 5, which is nothing but 20 kilometers per hour. Alright, this is about problem number 8. So we are done with problem number 8. What we have done, we just tried drawing those directions. For this you need to know what is east, west, north, south. Okay, this is west and this is north. And then after 2 hours they are 50 kilometers apart. So using the Pythagoras theorem we solved it and we got the result. That is about problem number 8. Let's jump into the next problem. Here we have the problem number 10 written on the board. Let me read it for you. A motor boat heads upstream a distance of 24 kilometers in a river. Always when we are dealing with boats and problems, we need to consider two speeds. One is the speed of the boat and the other is the speed of the current, the stream flow. As I told you, right, in earlier problems also, if you are going in this direction, if the stream is also going in that direction, if this is the boat speed, if this is a stream speed, then they get added. If you are going in the opposite direction, which is called as upstream, then the speeds get subtracted. Okay, so a distance of 24 kilometers in a river whose current is running at 3 kilometers per hour. So for us it is given current is running at 3 kilometers per hour, the speed of the current or the stream. The trip up and back takes 6 hours. What was its speed in still water? So let us assume the speed of the motor be x. Let us assume the speed of motor is equal to x. Alright, now what else we have given? Whose current is running at 3 kilometers per hour. The speed of current is equal to 3 kilometers per hour. This is x kilometer per hour. We know the formula of speed, no? Speed is equal to distance by time. From this, since for us 6 hours time is given, let us try solving. Time is equal to distance by speed. Distance by speed. Alright, now what is given? Two things are given, the trip up and back. So when you are going upstream, the speed during upstream, as I told you, no, upstream is the boat and the stream are traveling in different directions, so that will be a subtraction of both. So next thing is the speed during downstream, wherein you and the stream, the boat and the stream are traveling in the same direction, which is x plus 3 kilometers per hour. These are nothing but the speeds. Now what is given? The trip up and back takes 6 hours. Time taken for upstream. What is that? Time taken for upstream is nothing but time is distance. What is the distance given? Oh, I did not write the distance. Okay, write it. Please write it. Distance is equal to 24 kilometers in between. So time taken for upstream is 24 kilometers by upstream, no? So the speed is the subtracted value, which is x minus 3. Now similarly, the time taken for downstream is equal to 24 by what is the speed? It matches, no, it gets added with the current speed. So that is x plus 3. Now what is given for us? The trip up and back takes 6 hours. Time taken for both. Time taken for up and downstreams. Up and downstreams is equal to, what is it? 6 hours. So time taken is nothing but this one plus this one. So this can be written as 24 by x minus 3 plus 24 by x plus 3 is equal to 6 hours. Now I am going to take this 24 common, so that way it becomes, let me change the marker. So that way it becomes 24 into 1 by x minus 3 plus 1 by x plus 3 is equal to 6. 6 4s are 24. Okay. So now take the LCM. So this becomes 4 into x plus 3 plus 4 into x minus 3. I am multiplying this 4 inside by x minus 3 into x plus 3, which is nothing but a minus b into a plus b form. Okay, now let us take this 4 inside. 4x plus 4 3s are 12 plus 4x minus 12 is equal to, when this goes this side, x square minus 3 square. A square minus b square is equal to a minus b into a plus b. That's what I have written and sent it on the other side. Alright, now this is going to be 4x plus 4x is 8x. 12 and 12 gets cancelled. X square minus 9. Alright, so x square minus 8x minus 9 is equal to 0. As you know, the quadratic equation should be in the dropping powers of x. I got it in that way. So this is going to be, so the product of the roots is minus 9. When it comes to the sum, it should be minus 8. So I am going to write it as minus 9 and 1. 9 ones are 9. Okay. So this is going to be x square minus 9x plus x minus 9 is equal to 0. Alright. So if I take x common, x minus 9, and if I take 1 common, this is also x minus 9 is equal to 0. So this becomes either x minus 9 multiplied with x plus 1 is equal to 0. X minus 9 is equal to 0, or x plus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 9 or x is equal to minus 1. Since we are dealing with speeds which cannot be negative, so we are going to consider the value of 9. It is very important for you to decide either to consider positive value or negative value. All right. So the speed of the motor is nothing but 9 kilometers. Whatever is asked, what was its speed in still water? That is nothing but the speed of the motor in still water is equal to 9 kilometer per hour. All right. That is about problem number 10, the last problem in exercise 5.2. So I'm going to close this video here. We are done with exercise 5.2. If you have any doubts in the problems which I have not solved, please ping in the comment section so that I could solve them in the later videos. In the meanwhile, please do like, share and subscribe to Anantha Lakshmi Academy. Also, if you feel that the content is worth enough, please pass it on to your classmates or any of your relatives studying in 10th class. Thank you for watching.